Hello friends, I am Vijan Velliviril. All are welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be the 8th video in train operation. Up to video 7th, that is from 1 to 7, we have seen how a train is being started from a station and how it is being received at the station. For continuing our journey from the station S, where our train is now stopped, we must know certain terms like private number, caution order, some terms in connection with the electrification. Also, in my earlier videos, I had told you that I would be coming out with a special video on caution order and electrification. Now, this video is going to be on caution order. Caution order, as I told you earlier, it is a very important document prepared by the station master and handed over to loco pilot and guard before starting the train. Also, it is being issued from block stations and notice stations. The caution order normally lists the number of places where the loco pilot and guard must observe speed restrictions or observe special cautions, or they must be careful while running the train. So that is the essence of this caution order. Anyhow, we will see how it is prepared. A private number book, that is a booklet in which double-digit numbers are printed in random. And whenever an important message is passed to another official, another railway official, it will be supported by a number from this private number book. Normally it is used by the controllers, station masters, gatekeepers, and also only when conveying very sensitive, very important messages. Here the importance of the private number is, when one caution order is conveyed from a station master to another station master, normally it will be supported by a PN because it is a very important message. In the same way, see, whenever line gear is granted, when line gear is cancelled, in all such cases or in all such places, the PN is given. That is, private number is given. Now we will see the eventualities where the caution orders are issued and how it is prepared, etc. through a diagram. I think it will be more convenient for us to understand the caution order in a better way. Now this is our section of the railway. Here is station R, from where we started the train to station S, and the train we stopped at the station. It has to go to T and then proceed up to Y. The destination station of the train was Y. Okay, stations at the rear of R are Q, P, O, N and M. This is upline. It is the same section which we had explained in the previous videos. A train started from M station to Y. It has passed all these stations and it is passing station T, and also it passed station T. After few minutes, the loco pilot experienced a heavy lurch at this place at a particular kilometer. Just we take this kilometer as 661/423. Just for the sake of this class only, we are saying this 661/423, that is the kilometer. Okay, at this particular kilometer, loco pilot observed heavy lurch. Lurch means the rail is laid on a bed of ballast. If the ballast got removed under the rails will go suddenly down and then go up. So this will be experienced as lurch by the loco pilot. Normally happens due to storm water, flood, etc. Ballast got removed from the bed. Beneath the rails there will not be ballast, or there will not be sufficient ballast. So in that case, the loco pilot will experience heavy lurch. When heavy lurch is there, the loco pilot will go to the next station U and he will stop there without clearing the block section. This is an express train which has got no stop at the U, V, W, etc. All these stations are having no stop for this train, so it has to move through. All these stations will give run through signal for the train. But here at the U station, though the train is given run through, the train did not go. It has come to a stop so that the engine just comes and stop at the front of the station master's room. The loco pilot comes out and informs the station master that he experienced heavy lurch. Loco pilot stopped his engine in front of the station master's room to ensure that the block section behind is not cleared. So he is stopping in such a way that the block section in rear is not cleared. Why? Section is cleared means the station master, you will grant line clear for a train from T, and there is a chance for this train, the coming train, the train coming after this particular express will also experience lurch, or it may involve in an accident. So that is why the loco pilot did not clear the section initially. Now he has informed the station master about the lurch. He will proceed and stop at the foot of the starter. Then he will give in writing to the station master U that at kilometer so and so he experienced lurch. So now what the station master should do? After getting the message from the loco pilot, station master U will not grant line clear for any train from T. He will give a message to station master T that loco pilot of so and so train has reported heavy lurch at kilometer 661/4 and 3. After giving this message to the station master T, he will inform the section engineer, inform the controller and all concerned about this happening. A train is coming from this direction, from upline to station T. What the station master T should do? Station master T has got a message from station master U stating that the loco pilot of so and so train has reported heavy lurch at kilometer 661/4 and 3. So station master T will record this in the caution order message book. He will record this in the caution order message book and also caution order register. These two registers will be available at the station, and he will record this message in caution order message book and also the caution order register. Now it is his responsibility to see that all the trains passing this station are issued with caution order with the speed restriction of 10 km/h. Here the station master himself is imposing a caution that the speed of train should be 10 km/h. All the trains, whether it is stopping or non-stopping or goods train, whatever it be, all trains should be stopped at the station and it will be issued with caution order till the track is certified by section engineer. Section engineer, who has been already advised, he will proceed to the spot with the staff to repair, at least a temporary repair. Now let us see the caution order. This is the form of the caution order used at stations. Here I have given a rough drawing of that page caution order. See, this caution order is in book form. There will be around hundreds or more foils in it, and each caution order will have 3 foils. That is, the first foil is for the loco pilot, second one for the guard, third foil for the station record. So 3 foils will be there, and these 3 foils will be prepared carbon process. These 3 foils will be filled up. Now the caution order, this is normally it is a full scope page, and this will be in green font. Here I have written everything only in English. The caution order will be in bilingual, normally English and Hindi. Now the other side, the back side of the caution order will be blank. We are not supposed to write anything at the back side. Only this front side, nothing should be written at the back side of the caution order. Here in this page, normally I will tell you what are all the normal particulars available here. Here at the top corner we can see the form number T/409. Wherever this caution order is issued to the loco pilot and guard, its form number will be T/409. So here that number will be written T/409. Now below that there will be progressive number, that is also be printed. Progressive number will be there. The same number will be same for the 3 foils. and thereafter the next number. Like that the entire book will be numbered. Now here in the top there will be stated that caution order, etc. Caution order in English and Hindi it will be there. Here left side there will be blank space for station name. That station name should be stamped. Here the station name T, suppose its full name should be stamped here. No code should be used. Railway station normally it will be having code. For example, New Delhi is having code in NDLS. But when caution order is prepared, the full name New Delhi should be used. Whereas we can use the code NDLS in caution order register. In caution order register we need not have full name written. It is enough to use code. Whereas here in the foil, in the caution order, there is no codes used, only full name is used, and this name should be as is given in the working timetable. Working timetable, the station name should be there. That station name should be written as such here. So not written, stamped. Normally the station name stamp will be, seal will be available at the station, that should be stamped here. Now to driver of a loco pilot of train number, see we are having a train waiting here now, and for this train it is to be dispatched with a 10 km caution order. We are preparing the caution order now. So here we are writing, suppose the train number is suppose 3601, then we will write 3601 express. Date, the date of preparation of this caution order. Here date is preparation of the caution order, and number of cautions will be written. Suppose we are having more than, here itself there is a lurch, we are introducing 10 km caution. There may be already a caution here just ahead between this T and U. In that case, that will be a second caution. Then the second caution should be written here. First caution here, second caution here. So first caution from station to station will be the same, from this T to U. Here also the station names should be written in full. From station, then to station. Then kilometer, here you will write 661 bar 4 and 3. Then speed, here we will write 10 kmph. Here caution indicator, speed indicator and termination indicator. That is what it is shown as CI, SI and TI. This CI, SI and TI we will learn later. So this column can be left now. There is nothing to be written here. 10 kmph. Then here remarks. In this remarks column we will write so and so loco pilot reported lurch at kilometer so and so. That you will write here as remarks. So that is the only caution now. The rest of the portion we will strike off. SM has to put his signature here, and also below that station seal should be affixed. Left side, the time of preparation of this caution order should be written. Then after this caution order book should be sent to the loco pilot of the train waiting here. Earlier I have told you this caution order will be having 3 foils. On getting this caution order, the loco pilot will take the first foil, the front foil, and he will put his signature and also name and also the time of receipt in the third foil of the caution order. That is the station copy of the caution order. Thereafter, our staff will take this caution order book to the guard of the train, and the guard will take the second copy, and he will also put his signature, name and also the time of receipt in the station copy of the caution order. So after ensuring that the loco pilot and guard GLP has received this caution order, the SM will start the train towards U. So now they are given caution order with the 10 kmph speed restriction from here. So this is the caution now actually imposed by the station master T. Without getting the what is called permission from superiors, he can do this. When heavy lurch is reported by the loco pilot, invariably it is his responsibility to issue caution order to all trains by stopping all trains at his station. He need not get any permission. Now the loco pilot is moving with this caution order from station T to station U. While passing over this kilometer, he is feeling also heavy lurch. He will go to station U and report to the station master U that he also felt heavy lurch at the spot. In that case, the station master U will report the matter to station T, and there the station master T will not run any more trains into the section until this track fit certificate is received from section engineer. Suppose the loco pilot did not report any lurch. He goes smoothly over this kilometer and he reaches at a U station and he reports nothing. In that case, the station master T can send further trains into the section towards U with the caution order of 10 kmph. So that will continue. By the time section engineer will come with his staff, with his material and all, and he will try to restore the lost ballast there and somehow little to increase the speed. By 2 or 3 hours work, he could attend this failure to a certain extent, and now he is of the opinion that the speed can be increased to 30 kmph. Now what he will do? He will come to the station T and he will issue a message to the station master T that the lurch at kilometer 661/4 and 3 is temporarily attended and the train can be run at a speed of 30 kmph. Such a message will be given by the section engineer to the station master at T. Now this is an imposed caution by section engineer. He is not consulting anybody, any traffic officers, nothing. He is not consulting. He is just imposing 30 kmph speed restriction here. Section engineer will give this message to the station master T and the station master T will acknowledge the message. Now what the station master T will do? And now the message with the station master can be like this. From date time will be there. From SCPV of the section to station master of T station, number, a message will be, this message will be having a number with it. So that number, the lurch reported at kilometer 661/4 and 3 is now temporarily attended and the track is now fit for traffic use at a speed restriction of 30 kmph at kilometer 661/4 and 3 until further advice. Then he will put his signature, designation, etc. And this message is now with our station master T. The last message he got in this caution order message book is the message from station U regarding the lurch. In the next page of that book, he will paste this message from SCPV. That message will be pasted. Below that, he will make a message of his own. Here the notice station comes. Here the notice station for issuing caution order will be, you know, the notice stations for issuing caution order will be mentioned in the working timetable. Now let us see which are the notice stations for this T station. See, from here station R starts train. So R can be taken as a notice station. And here M, the trains mainly start from station M. So this is another notice station. So station master T will issue message to R and M. Both these notice stations will be given this message. What message he will give? It is a message prepared by himself. He will be giving, not the message from SCPV. The message prepared by him will be like this normally, from station master T to station master R, station master M. Advise all uptrain GLPs, that is garden loco pilots, to observe a speed restriction of 30 kmph at kilometer 661/4 and 3 until further advice with immediate effect due to lurch temporarily attended by SCPY. This will be the message given by the station master to station R and station M. Message is now communicated. Now while communicating the message, while giving this message by station T to station R, he will give a private number also, and in turn he will get a private number from R station. Here also from T station to M station he must give a private number with the message, and M station will give a private number to station T. For controller also he is giving a message. It will be supported by a PN. He will also get a private number from controller. Now this message does not contain whether the site is protected. He can receive such a message from SCPY, and also he can communicate as such to station R and M, because it is an imposed caution. For imposed caution, SCPY can give the CI, SI, TI, that is caution indicator, speed indicator, termination indicator, etc. later on also. Without the possession of indicators itself, we can receive, SM can receive the caution and also communicate this to the notice station. SCPY may later notify which are the CI, SI and TI. In that case, he has to notify this to the notice stations. There is already a 10 kmph caution imposed by station master there. So what will happen to this caution? It is in this same area. 30 kmph caution is imposed by SCPY. So naturally, since the track is temporarily attended and track is fit for traffic use at 30 kmph, so he can cancel this 10 kmph caution by himself in the caution order message book. Now this message regarding this 30 kmph caution alone will be available there. Now with this message he must fill the caution order register. Cancelling this caution order message, that is 10 kmph caution he is cancelling, that cancellation message should be in red ink. The caution cancellation message should be always in red ink. Now this caution imposed by him and he is cancelling himself, so he can just write that since the track is restored by SCPY with 30 kmph speed restriction, the caution 10 kmph caution cancelled. Now we are having the imposed caution of 30 kmph. We will see how this caution is going to be implemented here. 30 kmph caution cannot continue for a long. This lurch will be rectified, track will be brought to normal. So all these things we will see in the next video. In this video we have seen how imposed cautions are issued by the station master as well as by the section engineer permanent way, SCPY. We have to see how caution orders are issued from notice station and also from the train starting stations. Also we have to see how these are cancelled. Normally caution orders are issued during the programmed work. Programmed work means PWD or rather we will say section engineer PA will undertake some works in the section, and these works can be either long duration work or short duration work. Whatever it be, caution orders are to be issued by the station masters. How these works are undertaken and also how these caution orders are issued, these also we can see. We will see the rest of our caution order in our next video. Okay.